As we age, one of the most noticeable and often frustrating changes we experience is in the strength of our legs. Simple movements like standing up, walking to the kitchen, or climbing stairs can feel heavier, slower, and sometimes even unsteady. But here's the uplifting truth: your body is still capable of building strength and resilience, no matter your age. And it all starts with what you put on your plate. In this guide, we'll explore 4 key foods that can help support and strengthen weakening legs in older adults, nourishing your muscles, bones, and balance from the inside out. 1. Salmon, the muscle guardian of aging legs. Let's begin with one of nature's most powerful gifts to your body: salmon. This humble pink fish isn't just a delicacy for the dinner table. It's a medicinal meal in disguise, especially for older adults who are noticing a gradual weakening in their legs. When you think of muscle health, you might picture gym routines or stretching exercises, but very few realize how much of that strength starts on the plate, and salmon is a quiet champion in that story. So why salmon? Let's start with the building blocks: protein. As we age, our muscles naturally begin to lose mass, a condition called sarcopenia. It begins as early as our 30s and accelerates with each passing decade. By the time we reach our 70s or 80s, without intervention, we may lose up to 50% of our muscle mass. That's not just about losing tone, it affects balance, mobility, and independence. Every time you struggle to rise from a chair, lift your legs, or feel wobbly as you walk, you're feeling the results of this slow erosion. But protein can help slow it down and even rebuild what's been lost. Salmon is an excellent source of high-quality, complete protein. That means it contains all 9 essential amino acids your body needs to build and repair muscle tissue. Just one serving, about 3 to 4 ounces, can offer around 22 grams of protein. But what makes salmon even more remarkable isn't just the protein. It's what comes with it. Enter omega-3 fatty acids. Specifically EPA, eicosapentaenoic acid, and DHA, docosahexaenoic acid. These are powerful anti-inflammatory compounds, and inflammation is a silent thief that robs many older adults of strength. When your legs ache after minimal activity or feel stiff first thing in the morning, chronic low-level inflammation is often to blame. The omega-3s in salmon help soothe that fire, supporting not just your muscles, but also your joints and blood vessels. In fact, a study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that older adults who consumed omega-3s regularly experienced greater muscle protein synthesis. That's the process of building new muscle, compared to those who didn't. In simple terms, omega-3s help your body use the protein it gets more effectively. So salmon doesn't just bring the bricks, it hands you the blueprint and the builder too. But there's more. Salmon is rich in vitamin D, which is essential for muscle function and bone health. Low levels of vitamin D are incredibly common in older adults, especially those who don't get much sun exposure. And vitamin D deficiency has been directly linked to poor muscle strength and an increased risk of falls. Just one piece of cooked salmon can provide more than half of your daily recommended intake. Let's not forget B vitamins, especially B12, which support nerve health and energy metabolism. Weak legs aren't always a matter of muscle, sometimes it's the nerves that have trouble communicating with them. Vitamin B12 ensures that your nervous system keeps firing strong signals, helping you stay coordinated and steady on your feet. Now let's take this out of the science lab and bring it into your kitchen. You don't need to eat salmon every single day. Just 2 to 3 servings a week can make a noticeable difference over time. Whether grilled, baked, broiled, or even flaked into a salad, salmon is versatile and easy to prepare. For those with sensitive stomachs or budget constraints, canned salmon is a perfectly fine option. Just look for varieties packed in water and with bones included for an added calcium boost. If you're someone who doesn't like fish or follows a vegetarian diet, the good news is that omega-3s can also be found in plant-based options like flax seeds and walnuts, though they are a slightly different type. Still, nothing matches the nutrient density and absorption efficiency of salmon when it comes to this specific combination of protein, omega-3s, and vitamin D. In short, salmon offers a triple action for aging legs. It builds muscle, reduces inflammation, and supports bone and nerve health. It's more than a food, it's a functional ally in your journey toward strength, balance, and independence. So the next time you're planning a meal, consider this. What if your dinner could be your daily medicine? In the case of salmon, it truly can be. 2. Spinach, the leafy green that reawakens tired legs. Let's now step into the garden of resilience, where one of the most underestimated leg-strengthening foods quietly grows. Spinach. Soft, green, and often used as a side dish, it may not seem powerful at first glance. But beneath those tender leaves is a deep well of nutrition perfectly designed to support older legs that feel weak, shaky, or tired from even small efforts. Spinach doesn't shout. It works quietly, gently, steadily. And for those in their golden years, that's exactly the kind of support your body craves. You see, spinach is what we call a functional green, a food that doesn't just provide calories or vitamins, but actively works to restore what time has gradually worn down. When it comes to the legs, spinach helps in 3 major ways. It fuels the muscles, strengthens the bones, and improves circulation. Let's walk through each one slowly and meaningfully. First, muscle function. One of the nutrients most vital to muscle contraction is magnesium, and spinach is rich in it. Magnesium helps muscles contract and relax properly. Without it, you might feel twitchy, crampy, or slow to respond. You might find that your legs give out after only a few steps, or that stairs feel like mountains. That's often not just fatigue, it's a signal. Your muscles may be lacking the minerals they need to function efficiently. Spinach also contains potassium, which works alongside magnesium to balance fluids, prevent cramps, and allow the smooth transmission of nerve signals to your leg muscles. When you stretch your foot or rise from a chair, that invisible dance between nerves and muscle fibers relies on these minerals being present in good supply. And spinach delivers them naturally in a form your body recognizes and uses with ease. Second, bone strength. We often think of bones as fixed, like cement pillars. But in reality, bones are living tissue, constantly being broken down and rebuilt. As we age, this process slows, and without the right nutrients, our bones become brittle, making the legs more vulnerable to fractures. Spinach offers a powerful dose of vitamin K, which plays a crucial role in bone metabolism. Vitamin K works by activating proteins that help bind calcium to the bone matrix, making your skeletal structure stronger and more resilient. It also contains calcium, not in the levels found in dairy, but in a plant-based form that can still contribute meaningfully when combined with other calcium sources. This dynamic duo, calcium and vitamin K, creates a supportive environment for your legs to remain stable and secure. Third, circulation and oxygen flow. Weak legs are often not just a muscle issue but a circulation issue. Blood needs to reach your lower limbs efficiently, delivering oxygen and nutrients while removing waste. Poor circulation leads to fatigue, heaviness, and even numbness in the legs. This is where spinach's nitrates come in. Spinach is naturally high in dietary nitrates, which your body converts into nitric oxide, a compound that helps widen blood vessels and improve blood flow. In a study published in the Journal of Nutrition, older adults who consumed dietary nitrates from spinach and other leafy greens showed improvements in muscle efficiency during physical activity. That means walking, climbing stairs, or even standing for long periods became easier and required less effort. Now, let's translate all this science into something practical. How do you get more spinach into your life in a way that feels easy and enjoyable? Spinach is one of the most versatile greens available. You can eat it raw in salads, blended into smoothies, sautéed with garlic and olive oil, stirred into soups, folded into omelets, or even mixed into pasta and rice dishes. And if fresh spinach isn't always available or convenient, frozen spinach is a perfectly healthy alternative. It's picked and preserved at peak freshness and still retains most of its nutrients. For best results, try incorporating spinach into your meals at least 3 times a week. If you have a condition that requires monitoring vitamin K, like those taking blood thinners, consult your healthcare provider. But for most people, spinach is not just safe, it's a profoundly healing green. And let's not forget the emotional benefit. There's something quietly empowering about choosing a food that strengthens you from the inside out. Eating spinach isn't just a health decision. It's a form of self-respect, a commitment to showing up for your future legs that carry you through the garden, across the room to greet a friend, or up the steps into your favorite cafe. With each bite, you're saying, I still care. I still believe in my body's ability to support me. That belief, paired with nature's brilliance, is what makes spinach more than a vegetable. It makes it a partner in your personal comeback story. 3. Greek yogurt, the quiet healer for muscles, joints, and bones. There's something deeply comforting about a simple bowl of yogurt. It's smooth, gentle, familiar. But what many don't realize, especially in our later years, is that this modest food can be a powerful force for rebuilding what time tries to take away. Among all the types of yogurt available, Greek yogurt stands out as a quiet champion in the fight against weakening legs. Let's begin with its most essential feature, protein density. As we age, our daily protein requirements actually increase. That might sound surprising, but it's true. Your body becomes less efficient at using the protein you eat, so you need more of it just to maintain muscle mass. This is especially important for your legs, where muscle strength directly affects balance, mobility, and the ability to live independently. Greek yogurt is thick, rich, and packed with protein, often twice as much as regular yogurt. A single cup can contain up to 20 grams of high-quality protein, making it one of the most efficient and accessible sources for older adults. And because it's soft and easy to digest, it's ideal for those who may struggle with chewing tougher meats or who prefer lighter meals. But protein is only the beginning. Greek yogurt is also an excellent source of calcium, a mineral that helps maintain bone density. As bones age, they lose their strength, especially in the hips, spine, and legs. Weak bones are a silent danger. You might not feel the loss until a sudden fall leads to a fracture. But with enough calcium, your body has the raw materials it needs to preserve bone strength and prevent those frightening moments before they ever occur. What sets Greek yogurt apart is how it also contains vitamin D, often added during processing. This vitamin works hand in hand with calcium to ensure it gets absorbed into the bones where it's needed. Without enough vitamin D, much of the calcium you consume may go to waste. So by eating Greek yogurt, you're covering two critical needs at once, providing the mineral and the vitamin that helps it do its job. Now let's talk about something else your legs will thank you for, probiotics. Greek yogurt is a natural source of beneficial bacteria, probiotics that support gut health. While this may not seem related to your legs at first, stay with me. A healthy gut improves nutrient absorption, reduces inflammation, and supports your immune system. When your body can efficiently absorb the vitamins and minerals in your food, your legs get the nutrients they need to stay strong. And when inflammation is reduced throughout your body, sore knees, stiff hips, and aching calves start to feel less burdensome. Recent research also suggests that a healthier gut may positively impact muscle metabolism and even reduce the progression of sarcopenia, the muscle loss that comes with age. In other words, your gut and your legs are more connected than you might think. And Greek yogurt helps build that bridge. For those who are lactose intolerant or sensitive to dairy, there's more good news. Greek yogurt contains less lactose than regular yogurt thanks to the straining process. This makes it gentler on digestion. There are even lactose-free or plant-based Greek-style yogurts available that still offer high protein and added calcium, making this food accessible to almost everyone. Now let's bring it into your daily rhythm. Greek yogurt is one of the easiest foods to incorporate into a routine. Enjoy it for breakfast with some berries and a sprinkle of flaxseed. Use it as a base for smoothies, dressings, or dips. It can even be stirred into soups for creaminess without the heaviness of cream. And if you're feeling adventurous, try it as a substitute for sour cream or mayonnaise in savory dishes. Aim to enjoy Greek yogurt at least 4 times a week, even more if your protein intake from other sources is low. Pair it with fruits like blueberries or bananas for added fiber and antioxidants, and you've got a healing, leg-loving powerhouse in a bowl. Let's pause for a moment and reflect on what this food represents. It's not flashy. It's not complicated. But it is quietly nourishing. And that's the beauty of it. In later life, we often look for grand solutions, complex treatments, expensive supplements, but sometimes the simplest habits offer the deepest healing. Greek yogurt reminds us that strength doesn't always roar. Sometimes it whispers through steady nourishment, consistent care, and small daily choices that add up to something powerful over time. So the next time your legs feel tired or your balance feels off, ask yourself, have I fed the muscles, bones, and joints that carry me through this world? A bowl of Greek yogurt might just be one of the most loving answers you can give. 4. Sweet potatoes, the energy booster your legs have been waiting for. There's something deeply grounding about a sweet potato. Its earthy aroma, its vibrant orange flesh, and its gentle sweetness speak of comfort, tradition, and nourishment. But beneath that familiar surface lies a nutritional powerhouse that plays a surprisingly vital role in the strength and energy of aging legs. When it comes to maintaining mobility, reducing fatigue, and supporting steady, enduring movement, sweet potatoes quietly do more than most people realize. Let's begin with the most obvious gift sweet potatoes offer: complex carbohydrates. As we age, our muscles don't just need strength, they need fuel. Without it, even the simplest tasks can feel exhausting. A walk to the mailbox, standing in the kitchen to prepare a meal, or climbing the stairs can leave the legs feeling like heavy weights. This isn't just about fitness, it's about energy metabolism. Your muscles require a steady supply of glucose, the simplest form of sugar, for fuel. But not all sources of sugar are created equal. Sweet potatoes provide a slow-burning, complex carbohydrate that delivers sustained energy without the spikes and crashes caused by refined sugar or simple carbs. This means that instead of a brief jolt of energy followed by fatigue, your muscles receive a stable, ongoing source of fuel. It's like switching from a flickering candle to a steady lantern. Your legs can go farther, last longer, and recover better. But carbohydrates are just the beginning. Sweet potatoes are extraordinarily rich in potassium, a mineral that plays a critical role in muscle contraction, fluid balance, and nerve signaling. In fact, one medium-sized sweet potato can provide more potassium than a banana. This matters deeply for seniors. Low potassium can lead to muscle weakness, cramps, and even heart irregularities. When your legs feel twitchy, sore, or weak, inadequate potassium may be part of the picture. And while supplements exist, food-based sources are more easily absorbed and better tolerated by the body. Now let's talk about vitamin A, which sweet potatoes deliver in abundance in the form of beta-carotene. While this nutrient is often praised for its effects on vision and immune function, it also plays a supportive role in tissue repair. When your leg muscles are worked, whether through exercise, chores, or daily activity, they go through tiny microtears that must heal in order to grow stronger. Vitamin A helps facilitate this repair process, speeding recovery and keeping your legs ready for the next day's demands. There's also a hidden benefit: anti-inflammatory power. Chronic inflammation is a silent contributor to leg pain, stiffness, and fatigue in older adults. It can worsen conditions like arthritis, slow muscle recovery, and reduce your willingness to stay active. Sweet potatoes are rich in antioxidants, including vitamin C, anthocyanins, and beta-carotene, all of which help neutralize the inflammatory effects of aging, stress, and poor diet. And for those managing blood sugar levels, yes, sweet potatoes are naturally sweet, but they have a low to moderate glycemic index, especially when baked or steamed. This means they release sugar more slowly into the bloodstream, helping to avoid the highs and lows that can sap energy and strain muscles. Let's bring this to your plate now. Sweet potatoes are incredibly easy to prepare. You can bake them whole in the oven, mash them with a touch of cinnamon, or cube and roast them with a drizzle of olive oil for a savory side dish. Add them to soups or stews. Slice them into wedges for oven fries, or even mix into breakfast hashes with eggs and spinach for a morning meal that supports leg strength all day long. They're also budget-friendly, widely available, and have a long shelf life, making them an ideal staple for any kitchen. And for those with difficulty chewing, baked or mashed sweet potatoes are gentle and easy to digest, perfect for sensitive stomachs or those recovering from illness. Aim to enjoy sweet potatoes 2 to 3 times a week as part of a balanced diet. Pair them with a protein source, like salmon or Greek yogurt, and a leafy green like spinach, and you've just created a trifecta of nourishment that directly supports your legs with strength, stability, and energy. Let's take a step back for a moment. At this stage of life, every choice you make can become an act of healing. A way of saying, I still have things to do, places to go, people to hug, steps to take. Sweet potatoes may seem simple, but they are rich with the very things your legs need to stay steady, energized, and capable. They don't just fill the plate. They fill the gap between feeling too tired and feeling able. So the next time your legs feel heavy or drained, remember this. Strength doesn't come all at once. It's rebuilt quietly day by day, bite by bite. And sometimes it begins with something as humble and as powerful as a sweet potato. What's one food you've added to your diet that makes you feel more energized or supported? Share your thoughts in the comments. We always read them, and your story might help someone else on their journey too. If you found this helpful, don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss more empowering content designed to help you live with strength, clarity, and purpose, no matter your age.